Good morning, friends. It is Tuesday morning, right? It is Tuesday, August 29th. Welcome to the Comfy Nest of Grace. I'm Grace. I live here in North Dakota, and today I'm going to be sharing. I've got my table here you saw just a second ago. I'm streaming on StreamYard, which means I can use the two cameras, which is so lovely because then you get to see two views, or I can change the view so that you can see the camera or the table, or you can see me. So I'm just happy that you're here either way. Yesterday, I went live at 10 a.m. And I did not use StreamYard, and I find it very limiting. So I'm just going to go back to what I know and love. I really appreciate having this service. It just makes it easier for you guys. Really, it's really helpful to you guys so that you can see things so clearly. Make sure that you say hello in the comments. I got a little ticker on the bottom that says, please let me know that you're here, whether you're catching me live, which you'd see that live button in the upper corner, or if you're catching me on replay. I'm just happy that you're here. There's Amy saying hello. Good morning, Amy. How are you? Denise is here. Nancy and Christina. Christina says, I'm excited for today. Me too. I'm going to work on some mixed media clusters. I love clusters. They make decorating books. They make making greeting cards, any of that paper crafting realm. It makes those projects really easy when you have some clusters already made up. I'm gonna just step away for a second because I want to adjust this lighting. I feel like there's a terrible shadow being cast. So see that on the table? You can see that shadow? Hello. I don't like that. I'm gonna shut the big lights off in here. We're just gonna go with the little ring light right above the table. Hey there, how are you, Debbie? Ada's here. Good morning, Ada. Oh, you're listening in on your drive to work. Well, blessings for safe travels, number one. And number two, just thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with us. Let me go shut this light off. We'll make it hopefully a little easier for you guys to see if I shut the big light. And I don't know if you can see this back here, like right here, I've got a couple of my bins ready to go with some paper. I also have one to the left of me with some fabric. So we're going to use paper, fabric, stickers, threads. We're going to throw the gamut at this. And I really love clusters that are mixed media, that have lots of different things in there, like the things that I mentioned. I also have my bits and bobs basket here. A project from this is a leftover from something we made in the Craft Therapy Club last year for Halloween. How fun is that? Okay. Anyway, that's what we're up to. Hello, Cindy in Michigan. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for saying hello. I appreciate you all so much. Thanks to anybody who's fluffing the nest, as we say, spreading the blessings, sharing the wealth, however you want to say it. Okay, I'm going to see, do I have a couple of clusters here I can show you? This is what I'm going for here. This is what we're going for. Let me get this camera on this bigger. There we go. So this is what we're going to create today, some of these clusters. And like I said, these are fabulous to just have on hand and to snatch up when you're trying to figure out how to to decorate the cover of a book, or to put on a greeting card, or on even like a paper bag that you're going to use as a gift bag. These can be, you can make gift tags out of these. You can make them any size you want. I kind of like that size because they're pretty universally usable, but once you know how to make them, you can make them any size that you want, right? I like the botanical theme, so that's what we're going to do more of today. I just got a bunch of botanical stickers in the mail, so these will make great focal points. I may just do something with these mushrooms today. These will make great focal points. Hey, Leslie. Hey, Tamara. How are you? How are you, girls? What's everybody up to? All right, so see, these are washi stickers, so they're really translucent, but how beautiful would that be on a cluster? Yeah, we're gonna do something with these. We're gonna start making them though. Okay, so these are all from an old, like, basically it was like a Harlequin novel, a little paperback novel that came from probably the thrift store or a yard sale. And I got it for like 25 cents. And so I've been using the pages quite a bit. These, you could see they were already torn. But if you wanted to make, I think these are too small, little clusters, those would work. I don't throw that out because I could use it on something, but this could be the start of a cluster. Is this actually 2 pages? No, it's one really thick coffee dyed page. Some of them I do love to stain with my sprays, just so you have some variety in what you're choosing from. So we'll do half page clusters, kind of like what I just showed you. We'll do half page clusters. What is that? Oh, sticker back from something I did yesterday. We'll do some coffee stain. We'll do some colorful ones. You could use plain. Hey, why not? Let's use this up. That'll be a bigger one, but we're just going to make, I don't know, several of these. We're just going to bust out a bunch of them. Have you made clusters before? Who out there has made some clusters? What do you love about them? How do you use them? I'd love to know. These are really small book pages, right? And I took off, you can see, I took off all the white edges, the margins around these, because I don't want this white edge part. I want just words on my pages, but you could have a book page that in its entirety with the white edges, if that's what you want to do. It's just a personal preference. I like to tear them off. Should we make 9? Should we be so ambitious to make 9? We could. We need more room on that table. We need more room. We're going to scoot these. Scooch over, girls. Scooch over, girls. We need to make more room. Let's use this one. That's 8. Let's stick with 8 because it fits in the camera so well. Let's stick with 8. Okay, we got our bases. You can use, and let's talk about this for a minute in the comments. You tell me what. Thank you for sprinkling. Jennifer, I'm putting you up on the screen, girl. Thank you for doing that. My dear friend, thanks for sprinkling. You guys, I was listening to a podcaster today. No, actually, well, he's a podcaster, but he was broadcasting something on his YouTube channel. It was a news. It wasn't crafting. It was a news source. Crafting, sharing something on his YouTube news channel and asking for everyone to please, just like we do, please share this out there, because it's how we can broaden our audience and get to meet new people, which helps our businesses so much. So, Jennifer, thank you for helping. Thanks for supporting me and the Comfy Nest. I appreciate you so much. Hey, Vicky, good morning. Cindy, thanks for sprinkling. You guys are the bomb.com. Spread the grace, Debbie says. I love it. Spread the grace. That's another great way to say it. Hey, Kathy, welcome, welcome. Oh my gosh, Leslie. Leslie, do you want to know what the temperature was when the kids went to school this morning? She says Phoenix yesterday was 117, 116. We are supposed to get up to 75 today. Great, right? But I think it was 51 this morning when we checked the morning temperature, which when we open the garage doors to leave, like I walk everybody out. Chris leaves first. I walk him out. We open the garage doors. And then when the kids leave, they're already open and I walk everybody out. That's just what I do. And it's like, oh, wow, that air feels really good. There's something about the change of season that's so nice. And even though I immensely dislike the brutal cold of North Dakota that happens in January, February, I really do love the fall. I loved the fall when I lived in Boston. I loved the fall when I lived in Pennsylvania. I love the fall here. It's one of my faves. So I'm sorry for all of you going through this heat wave. It seems to be just all over the place and it's just lingering. So blessings to you guys that are dealing with that heat. It is coming. The change of season is coming and it will not get probably as cold as we get, but you will have some relief from that really oppressive heat that you guys have been having. Yeah, right? Doesn't 51 sound nice? Oh, Central Florida. Debbie, I was thinking about my sister. She lives in Southwest Florida, and I know it's supposed to hit the north, like Panhandle area, the Northwest. Yeah, so blessings to all of you out there. My heart is so heavy for Maui, you guys. I don't know if you, my heart is so heavy for them with this huge disaster that they're dealing with. And it drops off the news, but I try to keep remembering them in prayer and in my heart and mind because their nightmare has not ended. There are still, I don't even know the number of missing people and all that jazz. So blessings to everybody in Florida. Hopefully there's no major, natural crises there. Hopefully it's a storm that blows through without much damage, but these things they weigh hard. They weigh on me. They weigh on me. I'm sure they do on you too. But anyway, let's get creating because Creating is my therapy time. Crafting really is my therapy time. I love to share it with you guys. That's why I named my membership group the Craft Therapy Club. Okay, look, we do have some fabric around. This is a nice thick coffee stained fabric piece. I would love to put some lace. I have this big coffee tea ink dyed lace piece. So let's take a couple of chunks of this stuff. You can also use other papers. You don't have to just stick to one paper. But my little bits and bobs folder has like bits and bobs of things that are just that I can use. Like, oh, look at, we have a doily here. We got a bingo card. You can use these chunks. I don't ever really throw away painted paper. Like, let's throw that on there to add some color. I have my whole bin of painted paper here that can be used as the base of, to add more color to some of these. These are all painted papers. And like these, I love. This is packing paper. This is really natural looking, right? It's packing paper. Let's put this aside. That it came in a mailer all crumpled up. It was a mailing packing paper. When you buy supplies and it comes with paper filler for the box, I unravel it all. I open it all up. I fold it up and I bring it into my craft room and it makes beautiful painted paper. It's matte acrylic paints or matte paints on here. And then I did add a little bit of, you can see, a little bit of glittery paint on there just for a little added pizzazz. So let's use some of this up too. Let's just start gluing things down. Now, these already have color on them. So the papers that don't have color, I might come in with another piece of paper. It's adding thickness, it's adding texture, it's adding color and visual interest. This is what we call mixed media. So let's take a chunk of this. And I love really torn edges. I like it to look super organic. So like something like that. And we're just going to start gluing them down. That's what we're going to do. These are really fun to make, you guys. If you haven't made them before, I'd love to know. Hey, Baton Rouge, Miss Kathy. I love Kathy. This is so fun. Kathy Funk. She says, Baton Rouge, checking in. I love to know where you guys are all coming from. So thank you for telling me. I mean, it's an unfair advantage that you have over me. Right? You're not only seeing me in my home, you get to see what I'm wearing today. You get to see how I chose to dress today. You get it all, right? I can't see you. I can't hear you. I don't know where you're coming in from. So there's an unfair advantage. So when I ask you to say hello, that's why I want to know who you are. I want to know who I'm talking to. So Kathy, thanks for checking in from Baton Rouge. Dorinda's here. Hello, Dorinda. Cindy says, in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, the high is 67 with some rain. That sounds actually like a quite lovely day. All right, let's see. Now, if you wanted to tone down some color, you could also come in on, like one of these and just add a different scheme of color on them. But I kind of choose to put these on the pages that have no color. And like I said, visual interest, it's adding texture. It's adding more color. Let's go this way with this one just to be different. I'm just using my favorite glue stick, Scotch Create. You'll find this in my Amazon store if you're ever looking for a really good glue stick. I have had mixed results with other glue sticks, like the major ones the kids get for kindergarten and all that stuff. I've had mixed results. This one I've always loved, and it's always just worked really well for me. And I love that it has the big applicator. It's like a 1 inch. It's big. So I like the bigger glue sticks because I'm usually gluing quite a bit. Okay. In here, maybe add. So these are colored. So maybe I want to add something more plain. Like I could come in. I don't want to waste my sparkle paper though. I'm not going to waste that one. Come in with like a more plain piece of paper or fabric to add some color. So like this would work. We're just going to lop off a piece of this and glue that down there. And yes, this glue stick will work on fabric. Now I choose, when I do these, I really like to keep them textured. You could absolutely do these and then coat the whole thing with like a top coat, like a Mod Podge or something to seal everything in. But I don't like to do that because I want it to be super textured. That's like part of the joy for me is the texture that we get. I don't want to cover all that color, so I'm going to put this right here. You could make all of them exactly the same. Just depends on what you're going to use it for. I like to just have them in my stash so that when I'm trying to decorate something, okay, look, this just came off of this fabric that I'm pulling from, and I'm not going to throw that out. We can use that on one of these. We're going to glue it down. More texture. Okay, let's do a littler piece here and add it on this one. Just so fun to get your fingers into your stuff and playing and making fun combinations of things. They don't all have to be of a certain, you know what actually would be better for you guys if I did it this way. I think I'm looking at that screen and thinking you can't see all of these real well. It'd be better if I did it like that. Now you can see, oh, I don't have anything on here. Let's get something on there. I'm just going through my little stash here of stuff. I have this tiny little piece of painted fabric, which actually might go, I kind of like it there. So I like, you could use, let's just list off in the comments because you guys are as smarter than I am. You probably have way more ideas than I can come up with. I know you do. Way more ideas than I can come up with on my own. Okay, I'm rearranging. My chair had those boxes on them, so I'm going to grab my chair so I can sit down while we chat and craft. What other things, remnants, scraps, things that you have on hand that cost you no money, really? I mean, these are things that I already had on hand, very inexpensive or no money that you could glue down on these clusters to add texture, color, all that jazz. Go ahead and list in the comments. Here, I have another example. This is a piece of a map. When we go through and we drive through our state, I'll stop at the, because I always have to use the restroom, of course. So we stop at all the, the state highway rest stops. They always have all of their like marketing material for the local towns or states or state parks and things like that. They also have a state map. And so I like to have one on hand so I can rip it apart. It's great for putting on your projects. Oh, here's another thing I use quite often because I love, first of all, I eat a ton of gum and I love that it's bright and silver and it's just funky to have on one of your clusters. So to kind of put it in the background is kind of fun. So let's just throw a little bit of silver on one of these. Now, I don't want it on this one. This one has a little bit of that sparkly paper with the glitter on it, the glitter paint. So I'm going to take off the edges that have that, looks like pinking shears cut it. I'm just going to take a chunk of this, not even so big. Doesn't even matter that I've torn it all apart. It was, intended for the garbage. It's a gum wrapper, girls. Intended for the garbage, but we're going to stick it on here. It's going to add some fun shine behind what will become the focal point. That obviously is not the focal point. That's just sitting in the background. So what else can we use? This is a piece of leftover rice paper from a project that I did. This could be something interesting. I don't really love for this. I don't really love the edgy shape of it. So I'm going to tear off the diamond shape and just get myself to like a chunk of color from a piece of rice paper, which of course, rice paper has a completely different texture than other papers. So we could put this, look at how pretty that would be. Let's put it right here. I go through my little bits and bobs basket and I'm constant. I use it all the time to grab all these little bits and bobs of things that would have otherwise gotten thrown out, but I didn't throw it out to make creative projects like this. And the thing is never empty. There's always, this is funny. There's always stuff in the background. That was from a project. Look at, I don't remember what that was from, but it's in my bits and bobs basket. Oh, here's a tiny little piece of fabric that didn't get used. Let's put this on one of these. Tea bags. Yes, Kathy. Look at Kathy's lovely little list she gave us. Hold on, Kathy. I'm going to get that up on the screen here in a second. Oh, this one I haven't done anything to. So here, I got yellow. I got purple. I've got this greenish, I think it was supposed to be blue, but it mixed in with yellow. I got this greenish color here. And if I want one particular color to be more prominent, or I don't want one particular color to be more prominent, like if I want less yellow, okay, let's just cover up some of this yellow with a piece of this so that the yellow isn't so prominent on there. So it gives you some control over what is seen on your project in the end. Looks like that needs more glue. So Kathy, let's see what Kathy said here, because she had some really good ideas. You can use tea bags, napkins, wrapping paper, bits of magazine photos, or just bits of magazine pages that have color in them. Catalogs. Let's see. I have catalogs down here. Let me see. And these catalogs, like, look, this is a catalog full of mugs. Like, there's color there, right? We can just grab the colors, the textures. Look at all that yellow if you want a spot of yellow. Look at the gnomes. Those could be great little focal points for artist trading cards. Where did they go? Where are you, little gnomes? Are you a fan of gnomes? I know some people really love them and some people really don't. I'm neutral. Like, I think they're so cute, but I don't use them to create a lot. But you could cut those out and make little focal points for these cards if you love to decorate with gnomes and you want things real whimsical. There's just so much you can get from even catalogs that you get in the mail. Yeah, so those are all great ideas, Kathy. Thank you for sharing. Vicki says, we took state maps and covered rocks with everyone's birth city. Oh, that's fun, Vicki. What a fun idea. Yes, Christina, thank you for praying. Stephanie, you too, for the people in Maui. Geez Louise, it's even though the news has stopped focusing on it, it seems a bit. My heart's still with them. Jennifer says, I have not done clusters or snippet rolls before. I'm not sure where to start. Jennifer, it's so easy. Just take the stuff that you have left over from projects and start whipping them down on paper. Okay, I have this little piece left. No need to throw it out. Let's stick it somewhere. Let's stick it right there. That looks like a good place for it. You can use whatever glue you have on. Sorry about that. That was my husband calling me. I'll have to call him back. I'm hanging out with the girls. All right, lace. I wanted to get some lace in here. And this little bag of goodies has, I see a chunk of lace here that needs a home, and it's a little chunk, so it's perfect for one of these clusters. So you can go there. And then I have this little piece of peach lace that cut off from a project. This is my bits and bobs. Like, I just don't throw it out. There's no need. We can stick that here. Okay, so the lace is a little thicker and it's a little harder to glue down, particularly this one. This one will take the glue stick like a champ. The glue stick will hold this down, no problem. But this other one, I may need to use a thicker glue. So on this one, let's grab a craft glue, like a liquid glue. And now I have glue on my fingers, which is making all the fabrics stick to my fingers. Okay, let's stick this one. Actually, let's stick this one here. It'll give like a little decorative element popping off of the edge of this. Now, the thing with some of the glues, especially the liquids, some of them take a while to like set, right? So this glue takes a while to set versus this glue, it dries really quickly. So if you really want that to set up faster, just know your glues. Like some glues, is that clogged? I think it is. Some glues just set up faster than others. It's depending on how fast you want to work. But that I've been using that clear Elmer's glue for some of the things that I'm using lately, and it works great. It does just take a few minutes to set up. It's not like an immediate set. Oh, come on now. I thought I had this glue. Oh, there it is. So I thought I had this glue issue solved with this. Okay. That will dry clear, so it doesn't matter that it's showing through the fabric. I'm just going to really soak that down. And I don't want the whole thing. I don't want the whole thing glued down. I want this to be loose and fluffy. It came apart. The edging on it came apart, which made the ruffle of it come apart, but that's okay. It's okay. It's just a cluster. It is just a cluster. I know I have glue all over my fingers. Wendy, you don't have to apologize for being here late. We're just happy you're here, friend. Yes, Denise, you are so right. You are so right. She said it's so nice to have craft sessions to get your mind off of all the, she says, the evil in the world, all the crap that happens that just brings us down. Just, you can only take so much of that, right? I am really adamant that I'm aware. So I watch the news daily so that I'm aware of what's going on. I don't think you can be an informed American if you're not aware. You have to watch the news. You have to know what's going on. But I limit it so that it doesn't like totally drag me down. Here I've got like a pure white piece of lace, which could add some real contrast, right? So let's, oops, didn't rip nicely. We're going to put this right here, I think. Yep. There we go. It's kind of fun with the white lace on top of the purple and that greenish blue. It's kind of a fun combination. I have this. I don't think I'll use this. Almost everything, fabric, fabric, fabric. Okay, this one and this one are the only two that don't have fabric, but I don't want to use this. So let's go to this little thing here and see if there's anything else that I can grab. Is this fabric? I thought maybe it was a piece of, nope, I thought maybe it was a piece of rice paper in there. This one's cute. Cute little plaid. Yeah, why not? Let's try it. Actually, I don't necessarily want to cover up that blue all the way. So I'm going to try to put it on here so it doesn't cover up the blue. Now remember, these are just the backgrounds, and they can be music paper. They can be just leftover papers from a notebook. They can be from your, I get a monthly prayer book. I don't keep them all. They get recycled. So like that monthly prayer book that I get, it's like a magazine, but it comes every month and it's a different reflection for every day. I post them in my group, Pray with Grace. I post them daily for daily reflection. Those pieces of paper would be great for the base of these clusters because it's something that would have gotten thrown out otherwise, but you can make something really pretty out of it and then use it on gift bags, like I said, or gift cards or on journal pages. These would make great little clusters to decorate journal pages with in your junk journals, your scrapbooks, things like that. Okay, we have some lace. There's one that needs fabric, right? This one right here. So I'm looking for a piece of cheesecloth or something. Why don't we just stick with the one that we already have? It's already out. We've been using it. I like the look. I'm going to grab a smaller piece of this and kind of stick it up here. My finger's sticking. The glue is all wet still. Like especially the glue stick takes a few minutes to dry. Once it's dry, it won't be tacky anymore, but it does take a few minutes. So my finger keeps sticking to everything, and then everything is sticking to my fingers, like all the fabric. Okay, we got that part done. Now, here's the thing. I like these on just like this is book paper. So the back of this will just be book paper. This will all get glue, right? And it's going to get glued or sewn down onto something. So I don't necessarily need this to be decorative. Think through that before you make them. How are you going to use them? I don't need my bags to be decorative. And I don't mind that they're soft, meaning these aren't real thick and sturdy. They're not on chipboard. They're not on cardstock. They're on like Harlequin novel paper, which is very thin, right? Of course. So these are rather thin and flexible. So if you want them to be stiffer, put them on cardstock or on cardboard or something like that. But for the way that I use my clusters, they're just fine that way. Okay, now let's see. I do love to glue down a little bit of this because I think it just turns out really cute, just kind of sticking up behind. This one is a rather big cluster of So I don't need that much of it, but this can add some real fun because it's just more textile, more texture. Now remember, there's a focal point that's going to go on top of all this. So it's not, I know that looks funny, but that's not like the be all and end all. We're not done here. We're just working through it, and it can be so fun to use this stuff up. Okay, this one I think I'll put on here. You don't have to overthink placement. We're just trying to come up with a fun background for whatever will be our focal point. This feels really bare, this one right here. Hi, Diana, how are you? It can be overwhelming, right? Christina, you're talking about the news. She says it can be overwhelming. It can be, but I'm really, really adamant, you guys, that we need to be informed, particularly, I mean, all the time. I feel so strongly that we have to be informed all the time, but we are coming into election time. And so we have to know what's going on. We can't be fooled by the media. That's why I don't even watch mainstream media at all anymore. None of it. I use podcasts and independent news sources to get my information because they're not biased. They're really just trying to tell you what's going on. The stuff that I'm seeing about what's going on in Maui, they're not showing everything on mainstream media. It's really quite sad. Anyway, I do feel like it's really important to be informed. Okay. This feels like it needs more color, this one right here. So maybe I can take a chunk of this that was just sitting there. I might as well find a use for it. Let's get this on here. I'm going to try to stuff it behind that so that the fabric is on the top and the paper's on the bottom. My nose is suddenly so itchy. I don't know if it was like one of the fabrics that I was playing with or what. Okay. Focal points. Where was that mushroom? Here it is. Here's this big mushroom that I thought could be so pretty sitting on top of one of these. I might, for this one, let's just straighten this out a little bit. So I'm not going to stick anything down until I feel, oh, I love that though too, until I feel sure. Okay. We're just going to play with some focal points that, oh, look at the butterflies. Look at them all. That may work on these. And then when we've decided, we can glue them down. Checking comments. Hey, Phyllis. She dropped in to say hello. She's heading to a doctor's appointment. Well, good luck. If it goes well, all is good. All right. These envelopes are so difficult to work out of. That's why I use my little plastic ones. So let me go grab one. I think it'll just be easier for me to manage these if I have some of my little plastic, envelopes. All right. There's my little plastic envelope. And this, it's just so hard to get in and out of this and try to work with all of these. So this will save. We'll use that for something. These, I'm going to put them all in here so that I can see them all and grab them more easily. I really like this green one. Yes, I like that together. Okay, so we got a butterfly, we got a mushroom. Let's see if maybe there's another butterfly we like. Oh, I want kind of a bolt. There's a purple one. Hey, where'd you go, friend? There's a purple one. No, but there was a bigger purple one. Where did you go? This one. Okay, so that feels, I love this on here because of the purple in the background, but it feels a little small. So we'll add some little phrase or wording on there that, that won't be the only focal point. We'll add something else to that. But I love these little plastics because they help me organize my supplies so well. I think one of these sets has some birds in it. Oh, but there's only like 3 birds, 4. I want bigger. I want big. Mama wants some big stuff. All right, let's get these mushrooms out of here because I was drawn to the mushrooms today for some reason. So let's pull these all out of here. Oh, come on, baby doll. The other one slid out so fast and easy. There. Oh, so pretty. So many pretties. I like the bold ones. You know, if it's a focal point and not in the background, I kind of want something that's bold and is going to show up easily. This is a mushroom. Oh, that looked like a flower to me. But I suppose that is a mushroom. That works. Oh, it really works on there, too. Okay. This is the fun part, just playing with your stuff. Oh, birdie, birdie, where can you go? Oh my gosh, I love that one. Okay. Now, these are washi tape. They're washi tape stickers. And so, you know, they're super translucent. And so what's behind it might show up when we try to pop it down on here. Like, let's take a look at this one. I'm going to grab something sharp because these stickers are like really difficult to get off of here. I hear people lamenting in groups all the time about how do you get these stickers undone? All right. They're on a clear backing. I don't know if you can see it. There's like a clear, see that shiny backing right there? But they're really thin. They're paper and they're very translucent. Why? Oh, there. Did we get it back? Hang on, girls. That's when I say to you guys, I'm the camera person. Oh my word, my phone is blowing up. All right, hold on. I think we got it. I think we got it. Yay, we got it back. Okay, please, will you stop calling me now? I have an appointment tomorrow at the doctor's office and they have called twice now. Okay, we're talking translucent stickers. Sometimes you're going to be able to see what's behind here and you may or may not like the result of that. Now, this one's not so bad, right? Cute little cluster. I don't like the way it's positioned though. Uh-oh, now it's on the fabric. Let's see if we can get it off. Yeah, and actually, I'm going to position it differently and I'm going to put more glue on the back because I really want to make sure it doesn't come off. Washi, traditionally, if it says washi on it, it has like a glue that is not permanent. I want it more straight than it was. Okay, let's do that. And then maybe we'll add a word or two to that, like a little phrase or something. Not sure, but that's okay. We don't have to be sure. Now, if there's a sticker that is translucent that's going to go on and you're a little nervous about it not showing up, just find something solid in your stash that you can put behind it to make it show up better. So like, let's just say we want to use this and we're afraid because it's translucent, it's not going to show up. Like grab just another, it's a cluster. So you're just layering one thing upon another upon another. So this could go here and that could be the focal point place for my, like the landing spot for your focal point, which is my pretty little butterfly. So let's put this here. It's just one more layer on top of everything else, but then this will show up so much more nicely on top of that because it's a solid. It's pretty much similar colors. It's still green. It just is going to help that showcase that so much better. Oh my gosh, isn't that pretty? So pretty. This is easy, guys. Well, a couple of washi stickers. They don't have to be washi. They can be any kind of stickers. Here, again, this one feels like it's going to get a little lost. So let me look for something like cream colored or like just plain that I can put behind that. Like a piece of this might, oh, this one might be a little too long. Might do the trick. Behind here just to showcase it a little better. Having trouble with this glue bottle today. I think I'm just glue challenged. I'm just feeling very glue challenged lately. Just, why is it? I always struggle with my glue. Can you say what the sticks are from? The sticks are from Joy. Do you mean the stickers? I think I got these off Amazon. I'll put them in my Amazon store so you guys can find them easily. It's a big set that I got off Amazon. I do, you guys know, I live in rural North Dakota. I don't live near any hobby stores whatsoever. Our Walmart has a couple of aisles of hobby stuff, but it's mainly Cricut and then papers. They have some papers. They have a lot of like wood, what do you call it? Surfaces, lots of glue, but they don't have a lot of variety. Like there's not a ton of stickers or anything like that. So I have to do all my shopping online, really. That's what happens for me. So anyway, I do a lot of Amazon, a lot of scrapbook.com. I do, used to do Hobby Lobby, and I really just don't anymore. Their prices just aren't great, to be honest with you. I just don't shop Hobby Lobby. I do Michael's still. These are so fantastic. I'm just loving them. Isn't that pretty? What a cute little cluster to put on a project. And I think I'm just going to make that more even and tear off that little corner right there. I love that the yellow is sticking out in that corner. We'll talk about words here in a minute. These have all gotten focal points that are stuck down. So those are done, other than maybe some words. That one's done. This one's done, but it's not sticking real well right here. I must not have gotten enough glue. That's not a problem that is difficult to solve, especially if you're like me and you have like a gazillion glues on hand. There's a glue that'll solve that problem. If it's not my glue stick, it's going to be one of the liquid glues, but we'll solve that problem. It's not an issue. I need 4 more. Well, no, I don't need 4 because I have this one. I need 3 more focal points. I think I'll just keep grabbing from the same set. Let's see if we can get just a botanical though. I really want to make sure these edges stick down for sure. And this butterfly, like she's flying, so she's kind of wonky on there, but it's like she's flying. Okay, that one's done. I need 3 more. I need 3 more. Let's look at the botanicals. So on the back of these, it tells you all of what's in there. This blue one is gorgeous. Let's see if I can grab that easy. Thanks for sprinkling, Jerry. I appreciate you so much. You guys, I can't even, when I tell you thank you, I can't even express with like the amount of gratitude that I have when you do that. It is huge because it's the only way that we can meet new people and just have our pages shown out there. The fewer people that like it, that hit the like button, the fewer people that share it, Facebook, like they like deduct points or something, and then they don't show you to anybody. So when you're here watching, not just me, any creative, I don't care if it's a chef showing you a recipe or if it's a musician sharing music or a poet reading a poem, if you're appreciating what they're doing, the easiest way to support any someone who's sharing content out there is to share their content, just to hit that share button. So thank you for doing that. It doesn't cost you a stinking dime. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to join a membership. You can just share, and that's supporting us, and I appreciate it so much. That one's really pretty, you guys. That one's really pretty. That's not the one I was looking for, but that one's very pretty. Okay, this is why these envelopes. I'm gonna stick these in here, and then I can, oh, there it is. There's the pretty one that I wanted. Then I can move them around freely and not have to worry about losing track of them. And I do tend to keep this because one, it tells me where I got it. It tells me what's in this package. And then if I want to rebuy it, I know what it is that I'm looking for. And this could be a great ATC card right there, or two. That would be the great base for an artist trading card. Okay, this was the one that I was looking for. Ooh, that pretty. Oh, it's a little tall, but we're going to make it work. I'll just cut off that little bit of stem on the bottom. And I do like this one for here. This one's going to go right here. And then we just need one more. Maybe I should pick out the last one and then we'll glue down. That one has a lot of blue in it. Oh, that's pretty. There's a pretty white set in here. Yes, the envelopes are in the Amazon shop. They come in a set. They're colored. You get a set of them. I love the clear ones, but I use them all. You know, they're still translucent. Even though it's pink, it's still translucent. I am not that girl. Listen, I can understand this. My sister Kathy probably, if she has these, she probably color codes what's in them. You know, like washi stickers are all in the blue envelopes, and then fabric remnants in the clear envelopes, and then words and die, you know, like she would have things organized by color. I'm not that girl. Girls, listen, I'm just happy to get 15-20 minutes at my desk to play and create. I just am not that organized. Okay, this was the one that I said I was looking for something. That yellow one is amazing. That's not what I was looking for in here either, though. It would be nice to have something bold that really shows up well, like that. Okay, then I can stick all of these in here. So much easier. And they're not very expensive. But now I put these all in a bin, and they'll all go like this in my bin. And when I'm looking for content to create with, I can flip through these and know exactly what's in these folders. Organizational tip for the day from the non-organizational girl, because I really am not that organized, truthfully. This just helps keep me saying, uh-oh, where did you come from, mister? You got lost somehow. We'll find you a home, no worries. Okay, here we go. A couple more stickers, and then I'm going to grab some words and see if we want to add some words to this at all. Okay, there, and then two more. If my sewing machine was working, which it's not, you guys who were with me the other day, where it stopped working, I haven't been able to get it running, which breaks my heart because it means I'm going to have to take it in, which it's 3.5 hours away to go get it fixed. Can you imagine? I have to drive 3.5 hours, drop it off, leave it for the day. So just kill time until the end of the day and then pick it up and go home 3.5 hours, or drop it off, go home, pick it up a week later, but then drive another 6-7 hours to go get it. How sad is that? Jeez Louise. It's one thing. I mean, I grew up in Boston where I never had to do stuff like that. But here in North Dakota, rural state, that's what you got to do. And it's okay because I love living in North Dakota. I love it. Okay, this one's left. And this one, did I have the right side up? Boy, my house is quiet when everybody's at school now. The kids are at school, and Chris has been at work, of course, but with the kids being gone, like the TV's not on. My one son is he's like me, he's really rammy. Like he stomps his feet, and when he opens a door, he like slams it closed. We're rammy. We're rammy people. We're Italian. We're rammy. he's got that trait from me. So when Landon's home, I know he's home because he's making noise and doing that all over the place. Okay, so now maybe some words. We got quite a few of them done. You can see how easy it is to do these in bulk, like to do a lot of them at once because you're using all the same supplies, right? We didn't have to do a whole lot to change out supplies. Let me grab some words. I have word stickers in another bin. Where are you? Okay, of course they're underneath. And I'm thinking of my Tim Holtz words. I'll have to use my chair again as a spot to put these while I'm working on them. But like, of course, I have these, which are really easy because they fit so well on something like this. And I think I would use the black and white. You know, they come in white or in black, and I would use black, I think. These are the sassy ones. Why limit happy to an hour? Don't judge me. Like, they're just great. Hey, train wreck, this isn't your station. They're just awesome. I'm not going to use sassy though. Let's go with a different set. Here we go. Live your life. Be brave with your life. You are enough. A party without a cake is just a meeting. That's funny. What set is this? I ripped the cover off, so I don't know. Small talk, I think. See possibilities everywhere. That's a good one. These just add just a little sentiment to one of these. It's just so nice. Again, same thing. I'm gonna, even though they're stickers, I'm still gonna add glue to make sure that they don't go anywhere. So see possibilities everywhere. And the black really suits well because the butterfly has so much black on her. I'm just gonna let that dry. So that one's done. We don't have to add a word or phrase to everyone, but like, see here, this is the pretty focal point, but then this feels really blank to me. So I do like to put something there. You have other options, like you have the chipboard words. These feel a little big for me and chunky for this, so that's why I like the paper words, but you can, any words that you can find anywhere will work just fine. Okay, let's see. You can print them out on your printer and then cut them up. You know, if you have a printer at home, type in some phrases, print them out, and then cut them up and put them on here. Choose to see the good. That's a good one. I think I ripped it though. I'm trying to get it up. What is going on there? Why aren't you coming off? There you are. You were giving me a little hard time, little sticker. Okay, that one's got one. Creativity takes courage. It sure does, girls. It sure does. And the fact that, you know what, it, to me, I would love to hear from you guys about this. To me, I think for most women that I come in contact with, and you know, my membership group is probably my biggest like place where I'm going to get this information from. But also from the lives, talking to you guys during the lives. But what I would love to know, what holds you back from daily creative time? Do you give yourself 15 minutes a day to be creative? And if you don't, what holds you back from doing that? What's the obstacle that you have to overcome? Tell me, if you don't mind sharing in the comments. We would all love to hear from you, because I think that what we're going to find out is that we're all very similar, that you're not alone with this challenge. And here's what I hear from the women who are in my membership group. I'll tell you here in a second. This one just is not wanting to stick. We're pulling the big guns here. And I'm gonna plug in my wax seal thing here, because I might use a wax seal on one of these. So let's plug that in and let it get warmed up. This one feels really lost to me, like lost in the shuffle. I can't pull it up now. It's too late. Let's see what the words do to help. Yeah, they will help. My obstacle is not allowing myself to have the time. Christina, you just said it, girl. I think that we're going to hear this from a lot of the other ladies who are hanging out with us today, or catching the replay, either way. I think we're going to hear a lot. So let me just, I'm going to check these comments. So that was Christina. Christina, thank you for sharing. I do appreciate you guys sharing so much. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Jennifer. She said, I love these. You're loving the color combinations? Thanks, Mary. So what's holding you guys back from creating daily? Kathy feels guilty because she says, I'm thinking about all that I have to do. I feel guilty about doing this. It's like the age-old challenge for women. You know, we as women, we're the caregivers in general. I know this is not true for absolutely everybody in the world, but in general, we're the caregivers. We're the moms who take care of all the mom stuff and the household stuff, you know, and we may have help. Maybe your husband is really helpful. You know, maybe your kids are super helpful at home, but you still are the one responsible to make sure everything get done. I mean, that's just the truth of the matter. So we do have a lot of responsibilities. So it can be really hard for us as women to take a few minutes, 15 minutes a day. If you love creating, take 15 minutes a day to create. So if this project, for example, now when I do these projects with you, I'm on with you an hour because we're talking a lot too, and I'm showcasing and I'm showing you how to, I'm showing you like, where did this come from, the packaging. So you can say, oh, if you want to go buy these, here's the packaging you're looking for. I mean, I talk to you a lot more. If you're by yourself, you're going to make way faster progress than we do as people who are sharing content and creating live. So if you only had 15 minutes a day, you probably could get these done in 2 days, right? So day one, you're picking your backing paper and you're tearing them apart to make your 8, 10 clusters, however many you want to make. And then maybe also you're going to get that first layer of collage down, whether it be paper or fabric, you're going to glue that down. And now your 15 minutes is up and you got to go make supper. You got to go pick up the kids from wherever. You got to go do the banking, whatever it is that you're responsible for, that you're like, while you're doing this, you're thinking, I should be doing that. Go do your thing. Put your project aside. And then the next day for 15 minutes, you can finish it by putting the tops on, putting more layers and the tops and the words on. You could get it done in a couple of days, but you'd have to gift yourself that time. And so I would really encourage you to find 15 minutes a day. And if it's not creative, maybe you love to read, maybe you love to listen to music, maybe you love to go for a walk with your dog, a leisurely walk, not the dog got to go out kind of walk. I'm talking about a leisurely walk where you get to look around and look at the flowers in your neighborhood and see the kids and wave at them while they're playing at the park and all that stuff. The joyful stuff, the stuff that kind of it reestablishes who we are and resets us and it brings us a little joy in our day because we are so full of responsibilities. It is for so many women, it's the responsibility of all our other, our full-time job, our work job that gives us cash and income for our families, our jobs at home, our jobs outside of the home, taking care of our parents and taking care of our adult kids and their children, the grandkids, or whatever those responsibilities are, taking care of the pets, our volunteer hours, all those things eat away at your time. But you need something in your life, even if it's not creating, that resets you and helps to rejuvenate you and make you feel joy inside. And whatever that is, gift it to yourself because we all need it. For me, it is craft therapy. It is craft therapy. If you struggle for finding the time to do that, I need to come up with 3 more phrases, guys. If you struggle with that, it might help you. You might benefit from becoming a member of a group, not necessarily my group, but any craft group where you have fellowship and like regular meeting times where you get together with people and create on a regular basis. I love this one. It says, live gently upon this earth. That's a very nice sentiment. But I don't like it on there. I think maybe with the mushroom. It's going to go above the mushroom. No, below the mushroom? No. Hey, it doesn't have to go above or below. It can go this way. Live gently upon this earth. Okay, 2 more. This one might have to be a sideways one too, or a really small one. Oh, life is good. Big mushroom with the tiny little phrase, life is good. Because then I can fit it right up here and it's not going to go over my mushroom at all. You know, that's actually really appropriate because this kind of crafting creative time, it reminds you life is good. It reminds you that not everything is always difficult. It doesn't have to be. You can gift yourself that time. Christina says, yes, we don't allow ourselves the time for ourselves. And if we do, we feel guilty about it. Well, stop doing that, girlfriends. Stop doing that. Remember that by taking care of yourself, embrace beautiful chaos. By taking care of yourselves and gifting yourself that time, you're like, it's like putting your phone on a charge, a docking station to charge it, or plugging it in to charge it. You need that charge time. You need that recharge. You need it. We all do. Don't think you can keep running on empty, because that's when burnout happens. That's when we get angry and we get, or sad. Some people get really sad. Some people get really angry. I don't want any of that for you. I want you to be joyful and just happy with the life that you've created for yourself. But make no bones about it. You're in control. You decide. You get to decide what you're going to do at that time. Okay, all of them have a phrase on them. All of them have a phrase. I was thinking about using a wax seal on one of these or 2 of these because I've been really loving my wax seal set. And like right here, could a wax seal go right there and look nice? I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to grab Teflon mat. We're going to do 1 wax seal. You can wax seal right on the thing that you're working on, but I kind of like doing it off to the side. Let's just do one quick here. How big do we want it? That's probably enough. I like doing it off here to the side because I can glue it down on a project, and if I put it down on here and then I'm like, I don't like that. Well, it's too late. It's on there. And once a wax seal is on, it's on. If I do it off to the side on a Teflon mat, let it cool, and then glue it down onto a project, that gives me a lot more freedom to use those wax seals wherever I want. So we could make actually a couple of these because I have a couple of wax sealers sitting here. I have this little head sitting here too, waiting for. We'll just let those sit and cool for a minute and see if they feel appropriate. I'm super visual, so I need to see it. I need to see it on there before I decide. I'm trying to figure out where this came from. It came out of one of these sets right here. Let's just give that a second to cool. Oh, me too, Barbara. I'm glad you caught me live. You love the spotted mushroom? I do too. This little guy. Isn't that cute? Really cute. Vicki says, right now I'm so unorganized, it keeps me from finding time and space to create. Then I feel guilty for taking time for me when there's so much to do. We got to just stop doing that, though. This is Vicki, I'm not talking just to you. I'm talking to all the ladies out there who I'm included, we all do this to ourselves. We all do it to ourselves. I mean, really, and 15 minutes a day, if you're working in a craft, if it's easier for you, work in an art journal. That is just a book with a box of crayons that you're creating in your art journal, so that you don't have to worry about having a ton of supplies. Maybe it's an art journal bag that you just work in your art journal 15 minutes a day while you're drinking your coffee. I mean, this is the 15 minutes that you'd be scrolling Facebook looking for stuff to see, to watch, to you know, we spend, you probably get your little screen time report every week that tells you how much screen time you've had. Replace some of that screen time with creative time, with getting your fingers wet with paint, or use your Stabilo crayons, or Stabilo, the woody crayons that I use, that you can activate them with water so they can be used dry or wet, give you different results. And do it in a book. That's really easy. You don't need a lot of time. You don't need a lot of supplies, and it gives you some creative space. I love to work with paper and fabrics. I love to cluster things. So you see me a lot. I'm using my papers and fabrics and clustering. Oh, that one's really pretty, you guys. That one's really pretty. And I was thinking maybe something. Now that one, see, that one's too big for this. But this one, maybe it's smaller. Just to make sure I don't burn myself. Yeah, like, see, that one's a little bit smaller. That might be really pretty in the corner of one of these. They're all very natural. I feel like I didn't leave enough room on most of them for a wax seal, but that one's really cute there. Let's glue it down. I like it. I like it. I like it. So I'm going to be making wax seals, you guys, and selling them in the shop. So if you don't want, and it is an investment, the wax itself, like this container of wax is $10, and I'll probably get, I don't know, 40 seals out of that. So it's not cheap, but if so I was thinking, I love working with them and I love having them for my projects. But if you don't want to invest in that, it might be really helpful to be able to buy 10, a dozen wax seals that you can just glue down like I just did here. Just glue it down on your project so that you don't have to have the glue gun or you can buy electric heating warmers for this wax. You don't have to buy all that stuff. You can just buy the seals themselves. So I think I'm going to start selling them in the store. That's my plan anyway. These are $10 to $15 a piece, the actual designs on them. So if you don't want to make all that investment, but you just want to have some wax seals, if you're watching the store, because I'm going to have some out there. Change your screen. Yes, just trade in. And you don't even have to lose all your screen time, Vicki, if you think about it. You don't have to trade in all of your screen time, just 15 minutes a day. Or if you want, a half hour a day, whatever, half hour 3 times a week. Just whatever is going to bring some joy and some comfort and some just relaxation to your heart. It also does help us take our mind off of all the other responsibilities, off of the bad news, right? Put on some beautiful music. I love to listen to Christian contemporary music when I create, but you can listen to anything. If you love rock and roll, throw it on, girl, and rock your little world while you're doing your creative time. But just do me a favor, even if it's not with me here, do me a favor and gift yourself that time, ladies. I do offer a monthly membership club called the Craft Therapy Club. You're all welcome to check it out. Go to crafttherapyclub.com. You can check out the projects that are available in that club, and you can check out what all the benefits are, but you don't have to belong to a club to gift yourself a little bit of time. Watch someone like me. If it's not making paper clusters, maybe it's art journaling, maybe it's crocheting, maybe it's cooking. It doesn't have to be creative in the realm that I create. Maybe it's cooking. Maybe it's strumming on your guitar or getting your fingers on the piano keyboard again. You haven't done it in 20 years, but maybe that brings you joy. Whatever it is, find your joy. Go find it and do it. Gift yourself just a little chunk of that every day. Ardell says she likes to craft while she's watching a crafter. I don't do it often enough, however. Yeah. Well, it's good that you do it. It's good that you are able to do both at the same time. I'm so glad for you that you do that. And just, ladies, when you walk away today, think just a little bit tonight, tomorrow, where could I fit in 10, 15 minutes of my day to just have that creative therapy time? And I hope you give that to yourself. I really do. If I can help you, I will. I mean, maybe just by listening in and hearing the encouragement that I'm giving you will be enough to get you to spark to move. And I hope that's true. I hope it's true so that you just get a little bit of that time. All right, ladies, I got to go. I got to go to call the doctor's office. I do an appointment tomorrow, and I'm wondering if they're calling me to cancel. I hope not, because it's a kind of an important appointment. So I better call the hospital, the doctor's appointment back, a doctor's office back. And I still am sending out mailers for those of you that shop the VIP Chocolate Tour sale in my chalk group. I still have a few mailers to get out for those of you that have made payments. So thank you to everybody who's paid your invoices. I'm working on that today too. Have a blessed day, everybody.